Hello, and welcome to the channel. Right, we're going to Motherwell. I don't think we'll video all of it, probably because I've got my friend with me, so probably won't bother doing that. Probably won't. You probably fucking will. You videoed all the way from bloody Leicester to fucking Stirling, didn't you? Nobody watched it. About 5 people watched the video. AGR Valve's doing that thing. You know, remind me to get that stuff. You buy stuff and you can put it in your fuel. It's worth a try, isn't it? The mechanic said no. Neil said that wouldn't work. But, well, he's not freaking... Does he think he knows everything? Well, nobody knows everything. We might try it. EGR valve unblocker. What's going on today? Right, so the other doors come in. We haven't really had that. It's been raining pretty much every day, hasn't it, for the last 2 months. So I haven't really done much outside. See it, feel it there, it just drops off. Yeah, but it doesn't come up as a fault code when you plug the reader into the car. See it there? You notice it? It just sort of dies off. But if you give it the beans, it's fine. So, but the bag is actually burst at the back. It could be something to do with it. Right, so why not? Well, see, I'm not really getting much joy out of, you know, it's a case of like, things are going downhill with some people. Yeah, they are. Things are going downhill. Just starting to get old and not capable of dealing with situations. Yeah, so need to find another garage, I think. Look at that wiper's fucked. It's not clean in the middle of the windy. The guys are still there. And we were down this morning. They're putting cones out. It's a pity we hadn't been there today to video it because we were busy doing other shit. Yeah. It's fully doing that. Right, so yeah, I'm going to Motherwell, Newerton, Motherwell. Yeah. Yeah, the argument about 20 zones. So this guy, he came up with this, I've got a friend who got doing 26 miles per hour now. Basically, I said, your imaginary friend, because I don't really see where this argument is going. Somebody else stepped in and was being rude and said that I was stupid. So we have had this before. This is on a Police Scotland safety camera fucking page, Facebook. So so the guy that's talking to me, as I said earlier, I was talking about it in the video, in the truck spotting video, is that he's an EU guy. He'll be an SNP, an independence fanatic. So he's not going to want to admit that his government is corrupt. So he's not going to. But he is coming across as being reasonable, right? So all the more reason for me to be reasonable. So we haven't really developed the conversation, because he's got to the point where he's saying he's got a friend, that got caught doing 26 on a 20. So he hasn't actually said where, he hasn't said it's in Wales or Scotland or whatever, so we're kind of, I don't really see, there's not really much changing in the conversation. It's now on him to come up with some kind of evidence. So he's wanting evidence from me, but, well, I'm not the one that's got the friend. You're the one that's got the friend. You say, your imaginary friend. So it's you that has to come up with the evidence. So the other guy, Alan, whatever it is, he's saying that I'm stupid and I've got an agenda. I haven't really got an agenda. I'm just following what's true. That's all I'm doing. Obviously, I don't like 20 zones. I think they're a bad idea. There's nothing really to say about them. They don't work. They're a waste of time. It's green communism. Try to stop us from driving around in cars. So we're not really talking about that. We're talking about, are they real speed zones? So we're in one right now, and it's not a real speed limit. So this is 30 here, going by the highway code. So I haven't actually answered them. I'm going to see my friend, because all I'd really do would be reiterating what I've already said, which is your imaginary friend. So he's wanting evidence from me, but it's him that needs to give the evidence, because he's the one that's got the imaginary friend. So he's got to say, right. So this happened once before. I was in this conversation before, and this guy eventually came up with this bit of paper that he might have typed himself, and he wrote, it was like, wait a minute, that's not evidence, and it was like, right. So I remember once we were arguing with 20 zones once before, and it went on for about 3 days. But I used to have Dean Southgate, who was a government shrill, or whatever you call it, somebody who was on Facebook to argue for Police Scotland. So I just constantly complained about him, because you should really be a real person if you're on Facebook. Now this is Facebook's wrong here, so the AGR wrong. Facebook should, it's like, I'm driving this car, I've got to have a licence, and it's got to be registered and everything. Facebook, you can go on, so I can't just, you've got to register your name and your licence and all that stuff, right? I don't think I could put a false name on the logbook. I think that would be an offence for this car. So it's like, Facebook, you could do that. So that's wrong, and that's causing a lot of trouble, because people like that are working, or even people like that are working for the Scottish Government or Police Scotland in a roundabout sort of way. I don't know how or why, but they are on there spreading misinformation, which is to the detriment of the people. So obviously the journalists, like the Herald, that was it Alan McKenna or something, he just spreads so much division. He'll go on about the gender critical feminine Scotland versus Scottish Government, and he'll just come up with this stuff, and it's like people start arguing in the comments. But I get why he's doing that. He's doing that because they get paid for the algorithms, so they get paid. He gets paid. I'm gonna have to get new wiper plates, a whole set. They're fucked. I was kind of hang on to after February, till the frosty season's over. Oh, somebody peeping. I was wanting to try and do that. So that's where we are with that. I've been at this. There's not really nothing for me to prove. They want me to prove there's nothing to prove. Because what I'm saying is there's no such thing as real 20. There's not a 20 miles per hour speed limit in Scotland. So that's that. So they just say vague things like it's under this. So like in Wales, right? You go on any of these Facebook pages in Wales, there's thousands of people that have been prosecuted in Wales. They're going on saying, oh, I was caught in my van, I was doing 26, I was doing this, that, in Wales. And that's because it's a real speed limit. You're not getting that in Scotland. It's because there's nobody being prosecuted. It's false. It's fake. You know, it's like these people are there to make you think that it's a real, it's deception. That's where the corruption comes in, the government. So, you know, I'm not really out there for some kind of agenda. That's what it is. It's not. I don't really want it. I want it to be legal. I want real speed limits to be proper speed limits, and that's not a real speed limit. That's what I want. So either way or the other, if you might actually really approve of 20 miles per hour limits, and you're not happy about what's happening in Scotland because they're not real speed limits, because they got voted down by the Scottish government. It's not really about me. It's about the truth. It's like saying, well, the earth is flat. Well, it isn't flat, it's round. So people believe that, but there's evidence and proof that it isn't flat. Or like Ben Nevis is 4,418 feet high. Somebody will sit there and argue all day long that it's 3,000 feet high. You know, there is people like that. But I take the evidence that's been put before me that it's 4,418 feet high, because it's been done from a credible source. I haven't actually measured it myself. I haven't went up and measured Ben Nevis, you know. So it's like, that's where we are. It's like, there is no 20 miles per hour speed limit in Scotland, right? And that's a fact. So, sorry, but it's just the way it goes. They told Calamitron not to turn there. You can't tell somebody not to turn on a public road. You can tell them not to go up your driveway. Yeah. Right, thanks for watching. Bye.